After 3 weeks of waiting, I finally managed to test drive the new Proton X50. Since its release, thousands have booked this crossover SUV and getting one for a test drive was almost impossible for the first few days. Tons of people opted for the top 2 trim levels, the Premium and Flagship. So that's what we're going to look at today, the top trim Proton X50 Flagship. The X50 Flagship, as the name suggests, is the flagshipest of the 4 trim levels, with all of the additional features available as standard. These include the advanced safety system, 6 airbags, adaptive cruise control, 360 camera, more parking sensors, auto park assist, more voice command options, a sunroof, and a more powerful engine. This is Proton's second SUV crossover type car, with the first being the X70, which both are based on their Geely counterparts with some bits on the grille changed to fit in the Proton logo. Surprisingly, the X50 comes with quad exhaust, which seems a bit excess, but the idea is to market the car as a sporty crossover. The flagship also gets two-tone paint scheme and roof rails. While the red color is the debut paint scheme, I'd personally opt for the citric orange paint, which is simply more unique because not many are going to get that color, though it will clash with something, more on that later inside. Standard on the flagship are LED projector lamps, daytime running lights, and even the fog lamps, enough to light up even the darkest of roads. Overall, the design is good and very Asian-like, I guess. The flagship doesn't share the same engine with the other variants. It uses a direct injection 1.5 litre 3-cylinder which makes 177 PS. Now there has been some debate on the 3-cylinder engine about its vibration, which is common for these types. While yes, it does vibrate when you look at it, but inside you don't feel any of that. It's properly insulated. The engine is covered with these plastic pieces and is also attached to a 7-speed dual clutch automatic. 18-inch wheels are standard on the flagship, along with red-colored calipers holding 4 disc brakes. Now let's get inside, check out the interior, and finally see that LCD screen in action. Just like the outside, the interior is also two-tone, and the quality feels good. The switches have these chrome accents and soft materials on the upper parts are comfortable to touch. Along with that are the silver finish trim that goes on the door panels and other parts. On the right are your typical headlight adjusters, traction control, and gauge light controls. Going down the center, under that is a storage space that has a rubber mat. The gear lever is exactly the same as the X70. Below that are a row of buttons with Sport, Eco, 360 camera, and Auto Park easily reachable. There's also a slot for thin items next to the handbrake. The AC controls are bigger than the ones on the X70, with a mixture of piano and normal dials to control the temperature. When you press any button down there, the screen shows what you are exactly doing. Despite having those two temperature lines, the car only has single zone control, but it's very smooth to operate without any lag at all. Unfortunately, you don't get cool seats in the X50, even as an option. The seats are finished in nice soft leatherette. One nitpick is that the seats are trimmed in red and black, only red and black, which means you can't get any other color to fit nicely. A neutral option would have been nice. Going back to the center, you get two cup holders in front and an armrest with decent storage inside. The armrest is nice and heavy too. The glove box is wide enough to fit the owner's manual and other small items. The passenger also gets this grip in case the driver gets a little bit too sporty. The silver finish is really nice and the buttons feel easy to touch, with small lights indicating the functions are on. This part is hidden under the center console. It houses an outlet and USB port, and is good for hiding things you don't want people to see. Next up is the Proton GKUI system, finally fully on and ready to use. The main screen houses 4 things to select from. These are your normal stuff like radio, navigation, and weather. Radio operation is nice and smooth, and you can connect to other forms of media to play through the speakers. The navigation works the same from the Proton X50. It's very easy to navigate and everything is in front of you. The map quality is also good, showing road names and places. Selecting point of interest is also easy. The navigation is able to show near places of interest of your choosing, such as food, services, and parking lots. There are also a few options on the top left such as real-time traffic, map type, and zoom buttons. You can also pinch it, but it's not super responsive. The map also does this.
I'm here.
KLCC.
Do you want to go to KLCC? You could also say for
Yes, I want to go.
KLCC. Starting navigation.
As long as we're still breathing.
Please follow actual traffic regulations. Guidance to destination is starting. Estimated time of arrival, 5:34 p.m.
The weather app does show real-time weather forecast since the system is connected to the internet. As you can see, it's raining. Inside the deeper menu are all of the other functions like Bluetooth phone, some sort of Proton member center, your 360 camera, themes, videos are all here. Sliding between menus works fluidly. Just like a phone, you can move the apps into any way you want or adjust them accordingly to your comfort. Though I did not see a way to take these apps into the main screen. You can also do the same thing on the main screen and select quite a limited number of other apps to be displayed. Weirdly, there is a clean app similar to phones, suggesting that the system needs to be cleaned every once in a while to avoid lagging. Slide down the tray and you see a couple of more options, even a quick Bluetooth and Wi-Fi button. Overall, the system is intuitive, smooth, and easy to go through about. Moving to the steering wheel, which has a sporty shape to it, the bottom being completely flat, it hosts all of the necessary buttons such as calls, high proton, volume, cruise control, and gauge cluster navigation. The buttons are normal size, it's easily readable, and my fingers fit just fine. The gauge cluster itself is the same one from the X70, with the yellowish gold being the standard mode. Using the steering buttons on the right, you can scroll through the info inside the screen. The main one with the car logo shows all the vehicle information. Moving right will show what warnings you have like door ajar or seat belts, then to the cruise control view and all of your other standard things. Changing to different mode rearranges all of those info selectors, but still make them easy to read. The two other modes are Sport and Eco, both the same red and blue from the X70. The top controls are finished in the same silver colored trim. They also house the super bright interior lights, which is very good. And of course, the controls for your panoramic sunroof. Tap the button and the cover slides back or can be stopped anywhere you want. Then another button opens the front half of the glass roof, letting all the rain in the car. There's also an air deflector that pops up in front. While this car may be a bit smaller than its big brother, proper interior packaging allows it to have good legroom for my height and good enough headroom. The panoramic sunroof might take some space a bit due to the sliding mechanisms, but overall 3 people can fit nicely and decently comfortable. In the back, you get the same silver trim too, 2 seat storage and of course that view, which looks great on this rainy day. Rear air vents are also standard across the line and 2 USB ports are also available. Fold down the middle armrest and you get 2 cup holders with another rubber mat to pull out in case anything gets dirty. The interior lights have been moved to the sides, but they also light up very brightly. Open the boot and you are greeted with a generous amount of space, almost non-existent load lip, a boot light on the left, and a cargo cover on top. Under the mat is your toolkit and a donut spare wheel. Fold the seats by pulling this latch inside and the seats fold down, but not exactly flat. But the opening is very large with no side blocking in the middle to pass through for wider items. The rear seats also has isofix mounts and two-tone color like in front. Finally, the rear boot does have an optional power button, which you should have because it is quite heavy. Okay, with the sunroof you do feel more air, spacious with the car coming in.
It's brighter than it's also spacious. Just go straight.
Just go straight. Usually, I would have thought a sunroof in this country would be a bit, not necessary, but it does, especially in this weather since it just rained. So it looks kind of, romantic, I guess. And I like how you can adjust it. It's not like one touch and it moves. You can adjust it anywhere you want. So you can have a bit of light, you can have all of it. Even the glass itself, you can also adjust it, how much open you want.
This come with
It's a smart cruise control, right? So it knows cars in front, cars at the side, and everything.
You adjust it. This triangle. We're trying to centralize the car within 2 lines.
Okay,
So it's good in highway.
yeah, speed sensitive control and stuff like that. Okay, so it's nice. I like the it's really like a phone, and there's wallpapers and stuff, but I need to be connected to the internet for it to be downloaded.
It's connected?
It's not. Is it? Because it's now, or maybe because I didn't reload it or something. But everything is there, and it's very smooth. It's like a phone.
Yes, like a pad.
Okay, so there's the...
Then you let go.
Okay. So yes, I'm driving by myself right now. I mean, the car is doing it. It's accelerating to the speed I want it, which is 43 kilometers, and I'm not doing anything.
Increase it if you want.
Okay, I can increase it slightly. Okay, let's do 50 because
And it should turn by itself.
it turns by itself.
Yes.
So if I let go, will it turn by itself?
Just let go.
Okay, I'm not driving right now. Okay, hands free, and yes, the steering is moving by itself. It's in the line. This is actually pretty fun. I mean, this is a town area, which is not really necessary, but on the highway, this is fantastic. I'm not doing anything, so my hands are here, and it's really fun doing this. Well, what's happening?
Okay, you have to hold the steering.
Oh, okay. I wanted to show, but the car is telling me to hold the steering wheel so that it knows that someone.
Seconds to not to hold the steering.
So it's similar to most cruise control systems where you have to take the wheel once in a while to make sure that you're paying attention.
Yes.
Because I mean, when you're not driving, you tend to look around because it's fun doing that. But yes, this is fantastic. No hands on the steering wheel. And let's put it in sport mode because it is the fun mode. Wow, it immediately picks up, which is really cool. And you do feel, even though it's a small engine, I mean it's a 3-cylinder, it's not small, it's 1.6 I think. 1.5. So it's not that small for a 3-cylinder, it's quite big, but you do feel a lot of power. Even the AC is also very responsive. You change it here and it moves up, and if you don't want it, you can move it down. And this is a dual zone, right?
Yeah. No, single zone.
A single zone, okay, so that's why it's going up and down at the same time. Even the slider is almost Audi-like actually, the smoothness of everything. But you don't get heated seats for this car, right?
No.
That's I mean, not seats, cool seats.
Version, no.
You don't get it, not even as an option.
That's only for S70.
Okay, which is
not a 50.
Bit of a, not to say a letdown, but it would have been, better to have it. Okay, turning circle is good. Let's do some acceleration. Wow. Yes. It's a 7-speed automatic. Yes, dual clutch. Oh, okay, that's my lane departure assist. So everything is on right now. All the safety stuff is on.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's let's see if I do it again. Okay. Alright. It's good. Okay, everything is clear, It's clear, all the gauges are clear, and it's not like laggy or anything. I'm moving the rev counter and it's moving according to the engine speed. It's the same sort of style from the X70, I think.
Yeah.
And it's gold, and there's red for sport, and it's blue for eco. So overall, it's very comfortable. Also very just as spacious as the X70, because the packaging, they made it properly, and everything is in reach of you. Screen is just here. You just press the radio. It's not like, you do feel a bit, it does roll a bit because it is kind of tall, but it's not bad. It's very responsive. It's certainly more sporty than the X70, which is just a big softy. And even in normal mode, it picks up quite well, but if you put it to sport mode, it really that's fun doing that. It's a fun car. It really is a fun car, and it's competitively priced. It's a lot cheaper than most of its rivals. It does actually. because in eco modes in the eco mode you feel that the car is a bit restrictive. It's trying to save energy and save fuel, so it doesn't want you to do all the things that sport mode does. So it's a bit, it doesn't respond very well when you accelerate a bit, because eco and stuff, similar to all other cars. The Toyota Vios does the same thing. It just doesn't want to make you move. And Proton also has this signal where you tap it and then it does 3 times, which is a really good feature. Actually, I really love that feature. Most European cars have that, and now a lot of Asian cars are starting to have that. So it's a lot easier when you want to change lanes. Just tap it and then it will blink 3 times. These new houses here. Will it try to correct itself for lane departure?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's why
activate it, and then it will actually return back to your.
Oh, okay. Because I was veering off just now, and the steering was pulling a bit, so it's trying to stop me. So you can see all this, even though this one's quite a bit of terrible road, but you can still see the pickup coming back. I cannot believe this is all kajang. It's all botak already. My god. So the car has lane departure assist and lane departure warning, basically. Yes.
Lane departure warning, lane keep assist.
Lane keep assist. Okay, so roads like this, it's bad, so it doesn't show on this one. Yeah. Okay, this is really bad road. Okay. But it's still pretty good at it. It can recognize road lines, even on some pretty bad ones, but like the ones that are really, really bad, ones that are on construction and everything, it just doesn't recognize. And it also recognizes a car in front of you. So there's a car in front of us right now, and you can see that. Very comfortable. It's very nice to be in. And it has all the tags and features. And the one below this one is with the Flagship, and then the premium. So basically the difference is the engine, that sunroof, and all of the active safety features. And the 2 lower models are, well, mostly very different. Okay, it's very noisy, this thing. But it's good, it's not like it's annoying or anything. For people who don't really pay attention driving on the road, because there are a lot of people who love to veer into lanes, it's good that you have this feature, because the car will actually help you move back into your own lane, which is fantastic. And it also has a high proton and everything.
I'm listening.
Oh, okay, I didn't want to. Cancel.
Exit.
Cloud service is not stable.
wait.
Please try again later.
Cancel. Okay, there we go. So it's very responsive, the Proton system. Okay, so the car is parking by itself right now. And you can see that I'm not doing anything, I'm not touching anything. Brakes here, and Mr. Marcus is just holding the park button, which is necessary for safety. So yes, it is going inside. Okay, it's stopped right now, so it's trying to fix itself. And the system doesn't work all the time. It needs to make sure that there's a clear parking space for it to really, really work. And you should always
like pay attention if you're about to hit something or stuff like that. Or you can also stop it by yourself using this button. Yes, so yes, that it stopped completely. And then if you press it again, it starts moving. And here you can see, you can look at your mirrors, you can see the camera. It's parking right next to this Ford Ranger perfectly actually. And there, parking is complete.
Then you release the auto parking system,
And then
actually will automatically put into P.
okay, oh okay, automatically puts it into P. Right, so that is the auto parking feature. It's good if if you're in a tight space or annoying space you don't want to park properly. So you can let the car do it, and it's it's really fun.
There was a huge hype about this car since it came out over 3 weeks ago. It's still hyping. People are still booking the X50, especially the top 2 models. It's cheaper than its rivals, a lot cheaper. I've heard stories people switching a Mercedes to this car. While 100k isn't exactly a small number, you get plenty of features that other makes will charge more on their top trim level. Plus it's rather sporty. Not just the looks but the performance itself. Switch to sport mode and the car does liven up and respond faster. The only things that I don't like about the car is of course no cool seats and the premium and flagships model seat colors which aren't neutral. Like the X70, the X50 is a good bargain with all the modern tech and features at a much more competitive price. Special thanks to Proton Kajang for having me, and I know it's not easy because a lot of people have been booking this car, but really big thanks for making room for me to test drive the brand new X50. Hoping to get more reviews from you guys soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.